Dear students, let us see a topic phasor diagrams for RLC series circuits. We know inductive reactance XL is given by J2 pi FL and capacitive reactance XC is given by 1 upon J2 pi FC. Both are frequency dependent. Inductive reactance XL is directly proportional to frequency, whereas capacitive reactance XC is indirectly proportional to frequency. So let us start from origin. When our frequency value is small, or we can write down the condition number 1, that is f is very small than resonant frequency Fr. So for small values of frequency, obviously inductive reactance will be small as it is directly proportional to frequency, and capacitive reactance will be large. So we have shown this condition. XL is very small than XC. So the circuit will be entirely capacitive. As inductive reactance is small, the drop across the inductor will also be small, that is VL voltage will also have small magnitude. If you see here, voltage across resistance is shown over here, it is in phase with the current, and as capacitive reactance value is large, there will be a large drop across capacitor. So VC voltage is large as compared to VL, but both are out of phase with each other by 180 degrees. So VL is positive, it is moving in upward direction, and VC is negative, moving in negative direction. As VC is large as compared to VL, VC minus VL, that is resultant of the circuit, will be in the direction of capacitor. So V will be in the downward direction, and as the circuit is capacitive, current will be leading, it is shown like this, and the entire voltage is lagging. So it is lagging by a phase angle of 5 degrees. So this is nothing but a phasor diagram for RLC series circuit. Now condition number 2, that is frequency of operation is larger than resonance frequency. F is very large than Fr. So if you see, as frequency is more, inductive reactance will be more and capacitive reactance will be less, as frequency is indirectly proportional to capacitive reactance. So inductive reactance will be more, capacitive reactance will be less, and the circuit will be entirely inductive here. As XL is large, drop across inductive circuit will also be drop across inductor will be large, and it is positive. As capacitive reactance is small, voltage across inductor is also small, voltage drop across inductor is also small, and it is in negative direction. So here resultant of the circuit will be VL minus VC, and as the circuit is inductive, this resultant voltage will be in the direction of inductor. As again we see here, there is a phase difference between resultant voltage and the current in the circuit, that is I. This is nothing but a voltage drop across a resistance indicated by VR. VR is always in phase with the current. So there is a phase difference between the voltage, resultant voltage V, and the current. Here if you see, circuit is inductive, so current is lagging behind and the voltage is leading. So in this way we can draw phasor diagram for inductive circuit. Condition number 3, at resonance. We know at resonance, inductive reactance is equal to capacitive reactance, that is Xc is equal to XL. Therefore, voltage drop across inductor will be equal to voltage drop across capacitor, VL is equal to VC, and resultant will be VL minus VC will be equal to 0. Entire voltage appears across resistance. The circuit will be purely resistive here. The source voltage V will be in phase with the current as shown in diagram. V is equal to VR, that will be in phase with I. So there will not be any kind of phase difference between voltage and current. Hence the circuit is purely resistive at resonance. At resonance, Z is equal to R. Okay. So we can conclude from these three conditions that circuit is purely capacitive below resonance, circuit is purely resistive at resonance, and RLC series circuit is inductive above resonance, and in this way we can draw three different phasor diagrams also.